Back now with the 3-year-olds. I want to run through the 3-year-old list real quick. Arson, ready to go tomorrow and has looked good. I want to do this list maybe tomorrow, but I can't. I just have to do my list on Friday because Saturday I'm flying back to Ontario. Blanton's Blue was awesome training. So Arson trained awesome on Monday. He's in to go tomorrow. First big test, sire stake race in the Meadows, but we'll see how he does. Blanton's Blue trained great the other day, and then 4 days later come out and raced fantastic. That was his best race of his life by far, and he looked very good. Born to Dance did what he could. Can't really blame the horse for not being able to go faster than he can go, but he felt like he tried as much as he could. So we're going to try and find a race for him this week in Northfield. Did not know we'll qualify Monday and then come to Ohio, maybe Pennsylvania. We'll see how that plays out after her qualifier on Monday. Dominion qualified today and looked very good. Very happy with Dominion's race. Harry's done a great job with this guy. Don't Talk About Bruno is in to go Sunday, I believe, at Flamborough, I believe. Good luck to all my partners with Bruno. Drebin, back on the straight and narrow. He'll race next week at Mohawk. Flash Fly will race next Friday at the Meadows. Got to talk to Tim about Flash Fly. I forgot to ask him about her also. So Flash Fly. Ask him about her. What else do we got? George of the Jungle. Not bad. 56 flat, 27-1 his first lifetime start. Not too shabby at all. A good mile from George, so great job there by everybody. Great Bet, castrated now, and he's closing in on he's right on the corner of Last Chance and Departure is where he's at right now, and hopefully he turns right instead of left. Gypsy Hill I know he only won a mile in 57-4, but trust me when I tell you, this horse, 3 starts, he's going to go a big mile. Hallie in the Clouds continues to race good, third in the final of the spring series. I was really impressed with her. Happy to see what she's going to do. Happy to see what she's going to do the rest of the season. I'm Fancy Like again, just proved it's not enough to have a nice horse. She's a nice filly, but if you want to win stake races, you got to have an exceptionally nice filly. And we'll probably race her in Numbers of 2 up to Numbers of 4 in the fairs and have some fun with her. She's a nice filly. I'm not gonna say anything negative about her. When the horses try and do the best they can do, it's really hard to be hard on them. And I'm Fancy Like has talent. She will probably win in 53 or 54 this year, but there's a lot of horses that can do that. Insider trading, you talk about horses that have been underwhelming. Now I got a little splash of cold water in my face. I was a little down on her yesterday, and Dave Pallone stuck up for her. He said no. He said she was sneaky good. Hobbles were a little bit tight. He didn't know that she bled a little bit. So we're working on the mucus in the blood with her. We can let her hobbles out, and who knows? It's not really that hard to believe that if she's not bleeding, she doesn't have mucus in her airway. Her hobbles aren't too tight for her, that she could trot in 54, 55, and that's where she needs to be. So I went from disappointed to interested to mildly excited after talking to Dave and taking all the information in. Irresistible Sun was awesome, 55 apiece, 28 in the end, and closing in on them. Really impressed with this colt thus far. Jayport Beach Boy, they tell me he trained good at Northfield today. Yeah, that's right. He's in Northfield, and he's in to go, I believe, Wednesday at Northfield. We'll see how that plays out, but Jason Merriman said he trained good. Lonely Lakewood, we need to get this guy in more often. Just as simple as that. So we'll see how that plays out this week in Kentucky. Lover's Play has been racing great. Drew in race 2 on Wednesday, and yes, I am going to go drive her because I like her. So Lover's Play drew 2 next Tuesday and has been on fire. Trotted in 57 the other day, so very happy with her. McPaisley continues to train down. She's on a real short leash, you know that. Mel Gibbswan, huge updates. He's been very lackluster. And under discussion with Dr. Latessa, we're going to scratch him Wednesday and do a minor procedure to trim up his strap muscles, they call them, up in his throat. So he is displacing. He is flipping in the mile. Not enough to show bruising or even some degree of redness, but definitely enough that you can hear him. I was talked to the driver in front of me last week. He said, yeah, I can hear him. He's making a noise. But you don't see it. There's no evidence of it under scope. So we're going to treat it as if there was, and we're going to trim those muscles up. Memory and Imagination, tremendous mile from him today. First over winner in 55. Really, really pleased with him. Militant, like to see this guy get going in Kentucky. We'll see if we can get that done. Mounds for All, train great. He's in to go Tuesday, and he's in a real good spot to do some damage. 6-hole, all the good ones are inside him, but you know what? That means that they gotta look right coming off the car. I'm definitely gonna put him in play, that's for sure. He's not gonna be raced easy. So we'll see how Mounds for All does on Tuesday. Paycheck Princess is also in this week. We'll see how she does in Kentucky. I'd like to see her start to come forward also. Pickpocket. I talked extensively with a couple of my partners, but more extensively in the video I did after the races today about the position we're in with Pickpocket. And I think I know which way we're going. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming week. Okay, Prince Charmer was flat the other day. Again, just got to put him in easier, that's all. And we have, and will. Pull the shoes, come up a little sore on one foot the other day. I think she got a big abscess coming. We poulticed her up. We'll see how that pops out, or if it pops out here in the next couple of days. But we'll keep her at a Friday's race, I believe. So that sucks. Punch the clock. I got some great news today. It's been horrific. I'm chewing my nails right to the blood with this mare, this filly. She hasn't been full. They said they did another swab, and there was some minor infection found in her uterus, which is shitty, but good in the sense that you can treat it. And she is much more likely to get pregnant now that they're treating it. So it appears they found the culprit, and hopefully she gets in foal very soon. Purple People Eater, not a bad mile from her the other day considering her past, right? Just qualified in 2-1, 2-2, trained, went into a race, tied up bad, walked, 2-2, trained her in 2 minutes, and then went out and trotted in 57. She's going in the right direction. I was actually very happy with this filly, ready for landing. Shut his air off the other day. I talked extensively in the video about that too. I don't want to talk about it anymore. He shut his air off. I hope it doesn't happen again. Really don't care. Okay qualifier, but she's going to have to show me a lot more in the next week. Sunset Acres Girl is training good now. She's on course to be ready to go in plenty of time for her debut in 2024 in Michigan. Sweeney was awesome the other day. Very, very proud of Sweeney and how well he raced. I'm unapologetic for everything else that happened in the race. A little disappointed with the placing, but that's not to say that I didn't do anything wrong, but the way that everything played out, I got interfered with, got driven all over the track, and then ended up squeezing Justin. I didn't think it was a necessary disqualification, but I'm not a judge, and I know they were in a tough spot. I know the one tower view did look like he get touched up, so whatever. It is what it is. But very happy with the way he's been racing. Time is on my side. Super hopeful for tomorrow. I mean, I don't care about the undefeated stuff. That doesn't bother me. But he's going to get tested tomorrow, and I'm eager to see what happens. Vaquero Blue Chip has come back abysmal, and we're trying our hardest to get this guy back on track, and hopefully this week we can. Victory Blue Chip, a couple of little mishaps with him too. Interference, touched himself, made a break on James the other day. I had lent some knowledge to Harry and Preston in regards to this horse and how he behaved last year, what did work, what didn't work. Before you start going down the same road, here's what didn't work shoeing wise last year. Here's what has worked in similar situations this year. We'll see what happens this week. Watch Your Mouth continues to get closer to racing. Happy to hear that. Widespread Panic. It wasn't his first lifetime start, but it may as well have been. He didn't learn a whole lot last year, and for him to race the way he did today, very impressive mile. Just got nipped in 57, his first start back. He looked good. Winter Bells races tonight. Good luck to all my partners in Winter Bells in tonight's race. Those are all your 3-year-olds. And we'll be right back and run right through the race horses for you also.